I'm scared, Professor Dumbledore.
Everyone is scared of something.
Ridiculous!
Newt, you're up next. That's an unusual one. What Mr. Scamander fears above everything else is...
Having to work in an office, sir.
Go ahead, Newt.
Ridiculous!
Magic blooms only in rare souls. Still, we must skulk in shadows. But the old ways serve us no longer.
I take it you've heard the rumors. Grindelwald had a vision that he would rise to dominance over the wizarding world.
So you're asking me to help hunt him down?
I can't move against Grindelwald. It has to be you. In your shoes, I'd probably refuse to. It's late. Good evening, Newt. Oh, come on.
You underestimate your talents, Mr. Scamander.
Their arrogance is a key to our victory.
Muggles are not lesser. Not disposable.
You're too good, Newt. You never met a monster you couldn't love.
Traitors!
Mr. Scamander, do you think Dumbledore will mourn for you?
Are you a ghost?
No, I'm alive. But I'm an alchemist and therefore immortal.
Oh.
Nicola Flamel.
Jacob Kowalski.
Oh!
You don't look a day over 375.
Hi guys, it's Fentony back with another Fantastic Beasts video, and it's finally here guys. We've got the trailer from San Diego Comic-Con and I'm going to break it down as best as I can for you guys. So Warner Brothers has brought Fantastic Beasts to Comic-Con and there was a panel with the cast. Johnny Depp was missing from the main show, but at the end he actually appeared in full Gellert Grindelwald costume. Warner Brothers also released a poster with all the main characters. So guys, I'm going to go over this trailer scene by scene and break it down. It is much better than the first one, and I think the main theme of the trailer is Grindelwald versus Dumbledore. So the trailer opens up at Hogwarts, and Newt Scamander and some other classmates are being told how to use the ridiculous charm and face boggarts by Albus Dumbledore, who has been confirmed not to be the Transfiguration teacher, and it looks like Dumbledore actually teaches Defense Against the Dark Arts in 1927. It's Newt's turn to face the boggart, and the boggart turns into some sort of desk, and it's Newt's fear of working in an office job. Behind him, that's definitely Lita Lestrange, who looks to be in Slytherin, which is no surprise. And behind her could be other famous names. I'm sure we're going to see Potters, Weasleys and Malfoys at some point, and many other big names in the Potter world. Dumbledore says everyone is scared of something. I wonder what Dumbledore's boggart is. I imagine it's got something to do with the death of Ariana. Grindelwald gives a speech to his followers. Magic blooms only in rare souls. Still, we must skulk in the shadows, but the old ways serve us no longer. This plays over several clips, including Tina, an unnamed character who is a maledictus, and her blood is cursed and eventually she'll turn into a beast, and we believe she's from the Circus Arcanus, and she's the Snake Girl. Credence looking at the Circus Arcanus poster, we know he does join the circus in The Crimes of Grindelwald. Witches and wizards disapparating, and Dumbledore with the Deluminator. Grindelwald looks like to be under some sort of spell, and he is being transported out of his cell in Makusa. Supposedly he's meant to be transported to Europe to stand trial, but obviously escapes. Newt's postcard of Paris, and Grindelwald with his followers. Remember, he says, "Old ways serve us no longer." I believe he's talking about the International Statute of Secrecy, and the fact the Wizarding World cannot reveal itself to the Muggle world. Grindelwald believes that the pure-blooded wizards and witches, they should rule over the world. No doubt there's going to be some famous families in here, families who will one day become Death Eaters, such as the Malfoys, the Blacks, the Rosiers, the Lestranges. And this character here is called Vinda Rosier, and she looks to be Grindelwald's second in command. She's holding some sort of skull, and yesterday that skull was revealed in a teaser trailer. It looks like Grindelwald uses the Elder Wand to activate the skull. Is it some sort of prophecy? Remember, Grindelwald is a seer, and the trailer does say that Grindelwald has had a vision, and it looks to be about Credence. What is this skull? I think it's going to be extremely important. It was featured on the front of the screenplay, and a lot of us thought it was the Dark Mark. I believe this character is Dumbledore, but I'm not too sure. He says that Grindelwald's had a vision that he would rise to dominate the Wizarding World, and it looks like this vision is Credence. Remember, Credence is an Obscurial. All his life he's tried to hide his powers and oppress them, and because of this, a parasite inside of him has developed, called an Obscurus. He unleashed his powers at the end of the first film, and he was incredibly powerful. He survived the attack by Makusa, and it looks like he's getting even more powerful, and he's able to control his powers now. Remember, Credence has been revealed to be called Corvus Lestrange, and the half-brother of Leta Lestrange. The Malus Addictus, who we think is the Snake Girl at the Eiffel Tower. A shot of Queenie looking very distressed, and a black cloud covering the city. Could this be the Lefifold? I'm sure that's how you pronounce it. They're also known as the Living Shroud, and they are very similar to Dementors, and they're also weak to the Patronus charm. Perhaps Grindelwald's using them to take over Paris. More of Grindelwald's followers, including Vinda Rosier. Credence and the Malus Addictus looking very suspicious, and of course these big cats, they look like there's some sort of security inside the French Ministry of Magic. Remember, the screenplay cover did have 2 cats on it, so they must be important as well. Newt clarifies Dumbledore's plan to have Newt help hunt down Grindelwald. He meets with Dumbledore in London, but he's supposed to meet him at Hogwarts as well. He uses some sort of hand to apparate towards Dumbledore. Could it be a portkey? And Dumbledore does take something of Newt, and then disapparates. From this trailer and from the stuff we've seen so far, I've got a really good feeling about Jude Law. I think he's going to be an amazing Albus Dumbledore. Dumbledore looking into the Mirror of Erised. Remember, it shows us the deepest desire of our hearts, and it looks like it's showing him Gellert Grindelwald. Does he still have feelings for Grindelwald? He tells Newt that he can't move against him. I think the reason he's going to tell Newt is he can't move against Grindelwald because the Ministry are watching him too closely. But in fact, Dumbledore's scared of Grindelwald. He's scared to learn the truth about Ariana. Leta looks very uncomfortable here, and it looks like Newt Scamander uses the Niffler to cause some sort of distraction. Somebody tells Newt that he underestimates his talents, and he rides a Kelpie under the water. And is that Newt's assistant who's been called Bunty? This film's not going to focus so much on the beasts like the first film, but there are some new ones as well. Of course, you've got returning ones such as Pickett and Niffler, but this looks like some sort of Oni beast. They are at the circus, maybe they've escaped, and Newt uses his talents to calm them down. There's even more of Grindelwald in this trailer compared to the first one. Their arrogance is the key to our victory. Like I said earlier, Johnny Depp went into full character at the panel, and I think he was very convincing. The trailer and the panel so far are really selling me on Grindelwald. It looks like he's planning something in the cemetery, and that could be where the big finale in this film happens. There has to be something to do with the skull. Maybe it's under the cemetery, maybe it's buried under there. And there's more of Credence. Is the Black Shroud coming for him? Is Grindelwald using that Black Shroud? Is it some sort of beast? A big theme on this trailer is Grindelwald versus Dumbledore. Dumbledore says Muggles are not lesser, not disposable. Leta Lestrange was in the first film, but she only had a cameo in a picture. In this one she makes her full appearance, and a lot of the promotional stuff that we've had recently has kinda made her out to be a bad guy, but it looks like she might be working with Newt. This scene has her and Newt and Tina trying to escape, and then she tells Newt that he's never met a monster that he couldn't love. She's definitely talking about herself. There's something about Leta Lestrange. She's some sort of outsider. Remember, her family, the Lestrange family, are pretty big on the pureblood beliefs. It looks like Credence is being hunted by some sort of bounty hunter called Grimson, and Credence's powers are growing. In the last trailer we saw that Grindelwald was being transported on a special carriage, and it looks like he takes over the carriage, and that's how he escapes. At the end of this scene, someone has the Elder Wand. We don't know if it's Grindelwald, or is it someone else trying to give him the Elder Wand. And then there's Queenie, who seems to be blocking out some sort of sound. Her legitimacy skills are incredibly powerful. Perhaps she's reading the minds of people and it's hurting her. Perhaps their pain causes her pain. And then we've got even more Grindelwald. He says, Mr. Scamander, do you think Dumbledore will mourn for you? Grindelwald is definitely manipulating Newt, trying to tell him that Dumbledore is just using him. He doesn't care about him. And he creates some sort of giant fiery dragon monster. Vinda Rossier's in the background and she has that skull. Then of course the trailer does end with Nicholas Flamel. Are you a ghost? Remember, Nicholas Flamel is the friend of Albus Dumbledore, and he is the creator of the Philosopher's Stone. His body is very frail, but like he says, he's immortal. Well, he's not completely immortal, as he is drinking the elixir of life. I don't think that protects you from actual, you can still murder the person, but Nicholas Flamel and his wife will never die of old age. And of course the tagline for the film, the fate of one, the future of all. Is that the prophecy? Is it talking about Credence? Or is it talking about someone else? So here's some questions for you guys. What did you think of the trailer? Personally, I really enjoyed it. I think it's much better than the first one, but it still kinda leaves out Queenie and Tina. There's definitely something going on with Queenie. A lot of people think that she's going to join Grindelwald, as Grindelwald's going to try and manipulate her into joining him, using the fact that she can never be of Jacob unless he rules over the world. I'm really happy this trailer showed more of Grindelwald, and I'm sure that's put some people's minds to rest, as a lot of people worried that Johnny Depp was not going to perform well. Of course, we can't judge his performance just by the trailer, but so far he's doing a fantastic job. So as always guys, if you've got anything to say about the trailer, or any theories or predictions you have, make sure you leave them. If you are new to the channel, and you love Fantastic Beasts, and you love Harry Potter, make sure you subscribe, and then turn the notifications on. I imagine the Fantastic Beasts hype's going to quiet down for maybe a month or two, but the film is less than 4 months away. It's going to pick up again. We might even get some more footage, such as another trailer very soon. So make sure you subscribe and make sure you come back. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.